We're living in a time of shadows, fear and conflict in the air. But somewhere deep inside us, the softer voice is still there. It whispers of compassion, of the things we used to know. The human heart remembering the seeds we meet to sow.
Refuse to end.
There's a light we keep within us, waiting just to rise again. Humility, kindness, love, these are the roads that lead us on. In the silence of our hearts, we find the strength to carry on. Humility, kindness, love, let them guide the soul within. When the world forgets its way, these are how we rise again. A renaissance is calling, not of cities or of kings, but of the soul awakening to life's most sacred things. Citizens of one world, learning what it truly means to hold each other gently in the spaces in between.
When the heart feels broken and the world is on its knees,
It's love that builds us back again, the quiet truth that sets us free.
With a humble heart, we welcome you all to the 5th Global Conference of Humility, Kindness and Love. Can we please have Babaji welcome all our speakers? Can we please have Auntie Linda Millen Osborne to receive flowers from Babaji, please? Can we have Sister Carmel, please, receive flowers from Babaji? Can we please now have Venerable Kovita receive flowers from Babaji? Now, can we please have Oya Olpigan receive flowers from Babaji, please? Now we have our politicians. Can we please kindly have MP Warren Kirby receive flowers from Babaji? Can we please have Gurmesh Singh receive flowers from Babaji and be seated on the stage? Can we please welcome Melissa Stubbins, member of our Direct Nationals representative here amongst us.
I am Melissa Stubbins of the Burrabrongal and Wamali clans of the Darug Nation. I welcome you all here as we gather on the lands of the Darug Nation. A welcome to country is a way to introduce a part of our thousands-year-old culture into the broader identity by teaching those in attendance about our deeply personal relationship with Nura, with country. Nura is a concept loosely translated to country and land. However, it is much more to us, and it's not easily translated. But what it means that we have a connection, we have a belonging to this land, and that our DNA runs deep into this Nura. To be welcomed onto country is a privilege that says, I welcome you here as we gather. I welcome you here with good faith that you come to this occasion with a kindness and a care in your heart. I'd like to thank Shane Laws, a Darug man and Darkin young man, who performed the smoking ceremony that you walked through this morning. The smoke is a way of cleansing, so it's taking away any negative thoughts that you might have and putting them into the smoke and sending them up as you come into this place for your gathering today. I'd also like to say didgeridoo, which is thank you. So that's one word I've just taught you. So didgeridoo means thank you. So could you all say didgeridoo? Didgeridoo. Good job. We'll get a little louder, hey? Try again. Didgeridoo? Didgeridoo. Wonderful. Budgery. Budgery means good. So can you all say budgery? Budgery. Budgery means good. And if I put Murray budgery with it, it means big good or very good. Can you all say Murray budgery? Murray budgery. Another word that I said when I first started was warami. Now warami has a small tradition as well, because we use it today as a greeting to say hello, to say welcome, all those type of words. However, traditionally it meant where are you from? And can you say warami? Warami. Good job. Budgery. That means, warami, when I say Midigar, when I put Midigar with that, Midigar means friend. So when I say warami Midigar, that means welcome friend. Can you say warami Midigar? Warami Midigar. Wonderful. A very important part of our culture is connection, and being able to connect today with people from this organisation and understand what you do shows me that some of what you're doing is very in line with our culture, in that we are connecting and we are being kind and we are sharing what we have with everybody. I want to tell you about some kindness that happened to me by my neighbours that I haven't spoke to. I came home one day after a very sad day, and the two gentlemen that lived next door were mowing my front lawn. And I get chills when I talk about it because it was just such a kind act, and I couldn't say thank you because they didn't understand the words, but we could wave at each other. And they mowed the lawn, their daughter told me later, because their granddaughter and my granddaughter play across our two lawns, and they wanted them to be safe on both those lawns, and I had neglected my lawn, I'll be honest, and so they mowed those lawns for me so that our two little granddaughters, one lives with me, one lives with them, obviously, and they could play together safely on our lawn. So it's just a small act of kindness that meant a lot to me across a language barrier, across a cultural barrier. Thank you for having me, Didgeridoo, for having me today. Wish you well.
Thank you, Melissa. Please kindly receive flowers from Bubba as expression of love. Can we please have Warren Kirby to say a few words?
Warren Mitzka. Saturday, Carl, and g'day everybody, welcome. It is a true honour to be here for the 5th annual conference of Humility, Kindness and Love. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the lands on which we're meeting today, the Darug people, and thank them for their custodianship of lands and waters that we meet on. That wonderful welcome to country that we just heard from Auntie Melissa, the smoking ceremony from Shane Laws, and of course Kieran sharing with us the didgeridoo playing this morning. We're joined today by political leaders from across the spectrum at different levels of government. We have the member for Blacktown, Stephen Barley. We have the leader of the National Party, Gurmesh Singh. We will be joined shortly by the Mayor of Blacktown City, Mr. Brad Bunting. We have Maninder Singh in the crowd with us, Blacktown Councillor, and also Councillor Mohit Kumar, who has joined us today. And I think that in and of itself shows the importance that our political system here in Australia places on the core tenets of what we're here to celebrate today, that of humility and of kindness, of love, of compassion for our fellow humans. As I said earlier, I'm proud that Sydney was selected to host the 5th conference, and that the organisers have chosen to stage this event right here in the heart of Western Sydney at Rooty Hill, one of the most culturally diverse areas in all of Australia. And we meet today at a time when Australians are still coming to terms with the horrific events at Bondi only in December, and the tragic loss of 15 innocent lives. But through that, we have seen our community exemplify precisely the values we're celebrating today. Despite a father and son who were consumed with arrogance, cruelty and hatred, we have seen the very best of Australians come out of that. As I told Parliament just before Christmas, my hopes are for an Australia that is grounded in compassion and understanding, and I'm confident that we are working towards that and we will come good on this. During those horrific moments at a peaceful beachside Hanukkah celebration at Bondi, so many people rushed to help and protect their fellow Australians. Chief among them was Ahmed Al-Ahmed, a Syrian-Australian shopkeeper who wrestled one of the gunmen to the ground, despite being shot multiple times. His instinct was to protect innocent families and undoubtedly saved many lives. I had the great privilege of meeting Amandeep Singh, a man who was coming away from his Christmas celebrations to be confronted with this, and also wrestled one of the gunmen to the ground and held him there until police were able to contain him. You see, it's not the bold acts of heroism that define us in these moments. It is the day-to-day acts, the small acts that we see every day that truly define the acts of humility, kindness and love. And as a local MP for the seat of Riverstone, I see countless examples of these values in action every day by heroes in all sectors of the community, whether they are coaches at the local football club, or whether they are organisations like the Ahmadiyya and Humanity First who help Riverstone out in flooding events, or the Vaishnav Sangh youth group who go out to clean up Australia Day to make their community a better place. These everyday Australians embody the very best in all of us. What's important is that we reach out to each other in times of crisis. We believe in a fair go for all, and we know that kindness and compassion are stronger than hatred and division. Light will always prevail. In one of the meetings I've had with humanity, kindness and love, that asked me the question, what is humility? And I thought a little bit about a line that is used often by our Blacktown City Mayor. Looking at each other with kindness and curiosity instead of animosity is one of the great ways to step forward to that. My response was to look towards people that each and every one of us has kindness to share. Each and every one of us has something of value to give. And rather than stand back and assume that we are better off economically, or we are more intelligent, or we are in some way superior to one another, we should all have the humility to understand that each and every one of us, like those who stepped forward in the Bondi, in the aftermath of that Bondi tragedy, has something to contribute to make our nation and our world a better place. So I hope today's conference brings us closer together in the spirit of joy and peace, and we can all reflect on what it means to us to walk away with humility, kindness and love in our hearts. Thank you.
Can we please have Stephen Barley receive flowers from Babaji? Now next we've got Uncle Barna Laurie on the stage.
My name is Barna Laurie, senior Burning Elder from the Nullarbor, the great treeless plains of Australia. I'm really concerned too also about our planet Earth. I just want to say something about that. As mankind on planet Earth, as us humans on Earth, we have dominion. We're supposed to have dominion in the right way to take care. And our world and our sea, it needs our love and care, and our people that are living in poverty and also living without houses and living without love and care. And I want to thank you, my brothers and sisters, coming far away across the sea, and congratulate you for what you are doing, spreading the love and care and kindness and sharing this to Australia. I want to thank you all for coming here today to share this harmony, unity, love and care, understanding that we have to tell our brothers and sisters and try and spread the word, because it's very important. Now, I know for sure that our world is in trouble, but it's a beautiful world. And one of the songs that I'm going to sing is called Beautiful World, that we must take care and look after and give love to and treat it like our family. And we treat all the things that in front of us, around us, behind us, we treat it like family. We tread on the earth carefully when we walk. We don't step on the little things that you can't see, that lives there as well. That our world is, and the sea's in trouble at the moment. As you know, I come from Adelaide, and there's thousands of fish and creatures, dolphins, seals dying along the beach because of the algae bloom, and it's not good. And there's something got to be done. And if we could all stand up together like an activist in the right way, and say, let's protect the world, and say, give our world the love that it needs and the care that it needs. Thank you.
When the lights go down and no one's around, this world we treasure will last forever. Not forever. Our world is neglected, unprotected, fracking oils and spills all over the world. Are we gonna do something about it? Does anybody care or balance is in our hands. Can we save our world, save our souls? Don't want to die in this dirt. It really hurts, planet Earth. Poison, poison, planet, planet. Poison, poison. Don't want to die in this dirt. It really hurts our Mother Earth. We are reckless, polluting our oceans. Ice is melting, death is surfacing. We can't control the climate change when there's no love or care for planet Earth. We gotta face the world we live in. Let's give our children what they deserve. It doesn't hurt. Make this commitment now of love and care for our planet Earth. 'Cause it's more than water and dirt. Poison, poison, planet, planet. Poison, poison. Don't want to die in this dirt. It really hurts our Mother Earth. Can we save our world, save our souls? Don't want to die in this dirt. It really hurts our Mother Earth.
Now we would like to welcome Brad Bunting, Mayor of our Blacktown City Council, to receive flowers from Babaki. Can we please have Gurmesh Singh, leader of our national, to say a few words?
This morning, when I woke up, and like I know many of us in this room, we wake up and we check our TikTok or Instagram or whatever social media, and we see what our friends have sent us over the night. I was sent something which was a discussion between two authors about why it's so much more difficult to talk about happy emotions than it is to talk about sad emotions. And there was a back and forth between the authors, and they said, well, happiness is usually a contentment, is a solid, continuous state of being, yet a negative emotion, hurt, grief, usually means we've been jolted out of our contentment and our happiness. And I think it's something that we notice, even say you're driving along a road, you never notice how smooth the road is until you hit a pothole. And 6 or 7 weeks ago here in Sydney at Bondi, I think in our city, we certainly were jolted out of our contentment and our happiness. Yes, obviously our society has our ups and downs, but what happened at Bondi was something very different. And I think in the aftermath of that event, we actually did get to see, we got to experience the negative emotions, but we also got to see a lot of the positivity that came out of that, the outpouring of the kindness and love towards our fellow human beings. We got to see not only what brings us together, but we got to see the commonality of everyone who calls this city, this state and this country home. And often it can take a jolt like that to remind us that we are all one and that we are all here for each other as Australians. I'm really honoured on behalf of the New South Wales Opposition to be here today at the opening of this event. It is great to see so many people here, and I want to welcome you to Western Sydney if you're here from out of the country. So welcome and thank you very much.
Thank you, Gurmesh Singh. Can we please have Brad Bunting to say a few words?
It's great to have this conference here in the most multicultural city we have in the country. Over 188 different nationalities call Blacktown home. I want to thank our elders before for their acknowledgement of country. We acknowledge the 60,000 years of continual First Nations people here in this country, and we celebrate them and we make sure we pass down their cultures. As we do, and we always say that we should celebrate every single culture that calls Blacktown home. In your conference here today, humanity, kindness and love. And what better way of showing that than acknowledging, understanding, being inquisitive about all cultures. We understand your culture, where you come from. Different isn't wrong. Different is just different than the way we do things. And understanding why you do things and why your neighbour does something different and a colleague does something different is not a reason to dislike them or to hate them. It's a reason to understand them. It's a reason to show kindness. But I encourage you to take that message outside of this room, to take it to your families, to your friends, to your neighbours, to your colleagues, to keep spreading this message. Humanity, kindness and love. Thank you very much for having me.
Stephen Barley to say a few words.
Also, I'd like to begin by acknowledging that we're on direct land here today and pay our respects to elders, both past, present and emerging, and thank them for their custodianship of the land. Warren Kirby also talked, and Gurmesh Singh talking about the tragedies of Bondi, and really how through such a tragic event that really kindness and love has come through, and that is what we really need in this modern era as far as to deal with tragedy. But that shock and tragedy should spark us into action, and we're seeing that. And I love the theme, humility, kindness and love. Where do we really make that happen? Having this conference, as we heard from the Mayor, it's not just really just talking in here, it's what you do outside, your actions. But having these conferences is where we can actually rejuvenate each other, build that strength amongst ourselves, pat each other on the back, talk about the tragedies and how we can actually do better. And your experiences, the wonderful organisers have already done 4 around the world, and starting this movement here in Australia of humility, kindness and love, which is, from my understanding, wants to spread beyond just the religions, beyond cultural organisations, etc. We want to bring people together, regardless of your racial background, nationality, cultural, or religion. Let's come together and celebrate that. That is the big challenge. The last 30 years, I've got to say, multiculturalism has become that beacon, that success in Australia. But in the last 2 to 3 years, we're now starting to see chinks in the armour. Whether it's the anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, racism out there, that is starting to creep back in. And conferences like this, talking about humility, peace, kindness and love is what we really need to go. How do we regain the initiative to show that Australia can continue to lead the world about multiculturalism, how not only acceptance, not only use the word tolerance, I think that's an evil word just to tolerate somebody, but to actually enhance what they are bringing to this country to make it a better place. We can always improve. We don't have to be apologetic from where we've been or whatever, but taking your language, your culture, and adding it into Australia is what makes this country so good. So I look forward to hearing the other wonderful speakers. Want to see really where do we go from here, being the movement starting off here in Australia now with humility, kindness and love. I wish all the organisers all the best in establishing their new committee, and how do then they interact with all the various wonderful cultural and religious organisations to bring everybody together under the great theme of humility, kindness and love. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stephen, for your kind words. I'd just like to thank everybody who's here and those people who are joining us from around the world. Thank you so much for giving up your time to be here as we celebrate and explore humility, kindness and love. An extraordinary human being who's brought us all together is here in this building, this beautiful theatre, one of the most beautiful theatres I've ever been in, the Coliseum Theatre at Sydney. So much care and craft has been taken to make this space such a welcoming place for HKL. And the source of HKL, we're now going to hear from a beautiful being, Babaji, all the way from Bulanpuri in the Punjab. What a blessing to be in his presence. May I ask you all for a warm welcome. Babaji, if you could join us please here to share some words on humility, kindness and love. Thank you so much.
Blessed one to all of you. So beautiful are the traditions of this land. First is that you need permission to be on this land. It's not immigration. It is something much deeper, much beautiful. So, my daughter, the original people, they are called people of land. People of the land. Not only they allowed us to be on this land, they welcomed us and celebrated it by making us going through the smoke ceremony and all that. Oh, my daughter, Linda Osborne, she was such a beautiful, blessed, the torch which came from last conference landed on the shore 2 days ago, and it was Linda Osborne who was blessed to receive that torch of HKL and bring that into his country. Mere one thing. MP Kharbe, MP Stephen, but you all said so beautiful words. You are so beautiful. The land must be beautiful. Melissa was saying that when somebody comes here, we ask them, who are you? I would respond, my dear Melissa, come close, look at me. I'm a member of your family, human family. We are not different. These words create the difference in us. This is what HKL is all about. We all have the same two eyes, two nostrils, ears, mouth, hands, feet, heart, kidneys, all those things. We are not different, and we come from the same source. Our Creator is same. We are the children, real brothers and sisters, one family, humanity. Just what you wear doesn't make us different from you. So this variety of dress, this makes his garden much more beautiful, richer, interesting, profound. Last week, I was in New Zealand for 6 days, and somebody would bring a local newspaper to me. And there, one day in the newspaper, there was this very known person, Liam Lawson. He writes in the paper that I need to be ruthlessly selfish. I need to be ruthlessly selfish. We must see the face of the world and must not pretend that everything is so beautiful. I need to be ruthlessly selfish. And then another story. People from the West, they're moving to New Zealand, and they are saying, we are not here for scenery. We are moving to New Zealand for sanity. Imagine. This is not written or said from somebody alien. It's one of us. The world has gone insane. They were living in one of the countries in the West, and they are saying, the man has gone insane. This is what HKL is. It's not just a talk. It's not just to hold the conference. We come here and say few words which makes us feel good. It's so serious, so deep, and it is about making a difference in each and every body's life. The rise in anxiety in the last few years, massive changes have occurred in the world. Massive changes. with the coming of AI and social media. And then another country, powerful country, who declared to the world that we come first. Yes. Height of salvation. A very powerful country has announced to the world that we don't care about anybody. It is about us getting whatever we can get from you, regardless whether you have a house or food on the table or rent or clothes. No, it's not about you. It's about me. And that rise in anxiety has changed everything. The traditional, beautiful, so loving, so kind, so caring relationships are not there. Relationships are broken. Families have become disconnected. The families which were so closely knit, so loving, so concerned about each other, today are disconnected. The role of the parents and children, their so beautiful relationship is no longer there. The relationships between parents and children, the relationships between brother and sister, husband and wife. Look at ourselves, please. A massive shift has happened in human consciousness, has crept into our consciousness while we were sleeping. And today, this is where we have landed. Humanity is a family, and the most powerful, strong person of the family is saying, I don't care. I'm going to get from you easy way or hard way or whatever. Homes, schools, workplaces, social interaction. We should stop and see what has happened here. Right under our own feet. What has happened to us? Where is true love? Where is humility? Where is kindness? Where do we really have that, or are we pretending or acting? A beautiful book is out by Mr. Jonathan Haidt. The name of the book is The Anxious Generation. The Anxious Generation. Brilliant work. He puts the state of the world so clearly that it shakes you. He says, great rewiring of childhood has happened. Children have become addicted to social media. And that has led to drugs, dying in gym on the treadmill, early years, or somebody young having brain what? brain attack. And he says that the children today are feeling lonely. We too, if we have the courage to look within, we feel lonely. We feel lonely. There is no real deep, everlasting, anchored relationship. He said that the children feel lonely. They are restless. They can't go to sleep. They take drugs. Peer pressure. The fear of being ignored. The fear of missing out. Insecurity. No love. No care for the next person sitting. This is what we are today. And please, we must recognize we are not different. We are children of the same source, real brothers and sisters. And what has brought us to this plight is our selfishness. Me first. Selfishness occurs out of negative emotion. We are blessed with so beautiful virtues. Humility, kindness, and love are the virtues of our heart. We all are blessed with these virtues, but we have become disconnected with this. No connection to the source, no connection to our souls, no connection to the heart. We are only reacting to the outside events. We are at the plight of the outside events. Why? We are so rich. We don't have the mind only, we have the heart. And it's the heart whose virtues are humility, kindness, and love. The heart is not just talk, we must recognize it within us and everybody around us and help ourselves and others. This is about making the real change in us and helping others make change in themselves. Practical thing, not just talk. It is about connecting ourselves to our hearts. Our hearts are so humble. They don't know what ego is. They don't know what selfishness is. Heart is so kind, humble, and loving. Unconditional love, pure love. Pure love where nothing is expected in return from whom we love. So please, it is about working on ourselves every day, constantly, to bring change in us. We have become anxious, we are lonely, we are sad, we are insecure, we are fearful, and we must have the courage to recognize. Selfishness is a negative thing, which is not our innate nature. We have learned it from outside. It does not live within us. There is no selfishness within us. In us is beauty, in us is compassion, in us is to care about others, in us is because you are my family. And I will tell you not that I'm better from anybody. You all are so beautiful. But every time I eat something or even drink water, I remember him and silently pray to him that, oh my Lord, please feed your other children first before you feed. And this gives you so much peace. It brings you home. It connects us with our heart. We have moved so far away from ourselves, and unfortunate thing is that we are not aware of this. We think we have accepted this is how we live in the world. No. We made the wrong choice. And we must stop and come back to claim our real beauty, our humility, kindness. Every week a project is given. This movement started from India in November 2024. And in mere 14 months, it has reached 67 countries. In 14 months, 67 countries have joined this movement. It tells us it is not that it is possible. No, it is already happening. It is already touching hearts. Every week a project is given, like last week the project was, you will join this movement, and I don't know much about how it works on the media. But every week it would be conveyed to you that week's project. Like last week's project was, this week I commit to watching myself and noticing what my presence is in this moment. Noticing what my presence is in this moment. Remembering that I am in presence. Wherever I go, wherever I sit, whomsoever I meet, a presence is. And let's look at ourselves, remain alert. What type of presence is this? Presence of selfishness. Is this presence of ego? Is this presence of hatred? Or is this presence of love? Presence of love. Presence of humility. Presence of compassion. And then, so the whole week we practice. And then there are 3 categories. You have to report back to the head office of HKL movement with, like, first is the presence of what God blessed me with is of humility, kindness, and love. A presence of beauty, glamour, grace, a solid, unmovable presence. A solid, unmovable presence of beauty. Nothing from the outside, no event from outside touch you, because you are anchored to your source. You are no more at the mercy of the world. And you would be the real. When I say you, I'm actually saying to myself. Because we all are together. And you would be the richest, wealthiest person in the world. Me first has done what? I got more dollars. what, what, what that has done to you. That has done, made you cold, unhappy. Look at the people who are selfish. You will never see any smile on them. They have everything, but they are sad because they are living out of the negative energy. They are using the negative powers we are blessed with. So beautiful powers. Humility, kindness, and love are powers. Powers, not those nuclear powers and all those. They are destructive powers, and these are constructive powers. They are lethal to negativity. They are lethal to selfishness. They are lethal to all the diseases we are carrying. Disease, selfishness is a disease. Disease is combination of two words, dis-ease. Selfishness makes us dis-ease. Humility, kindness, and love makes us peaceful, kind, and all. You would be the real wealthy, truly wealthy and successful person. In the envelope, it says, HKL, true success. True success. A life who is really successful. And I ask you, all, each and every one of you sitting here, and hundreds of thousands who are with us online at this moment around the world, that we must all enroll ourselves, which makes us to commit to work on ourselves. That's all. It doesn't ask for any money, it doesn't ask for any sacrifice. It asks you to commit that let us recognize that how beautiful the Creator actually created us and how ugly we have become. That's all. It's not just a talk. People from more than 30 countries all over the world have gathered here. Not just to hear a talk, but they are becoming beautiful. And they are taking this message to everywhere, to every heart on this planet. As Miss MPs, Kirby and Warren and Mayor Bent, they all said that this message should go out of this room. It's not just a message, please. It's actually doing work on ourselves. Actually working on ourselves. And asking others to work on themselves. Not just a mere talk. No. We must do this ourselves first. And then take it every heart, every human heart on this planet. This is our collective responsibility. Our collective responsibility, whom we must respond positively. Those of you who would commit to work on themselves so that we can become peaceful. We don't feel lonely. We don't have sleepless nights. we don't live restless, angry, fearful. All those. Could you please raise your hands who would commit to work on ourselves? Each and every one. Thank you so much. How beautiful you are. That you have the capacity to listen to this. A selfish person cannot listen to it. It won't make any sense to it because it's not about making money. It's not about making money. The speakers, please, I ask all the speakers, please, we must remain focused. Tell your own experience and tell us how we can take this movement more vigorous, more lovingly. We are here to take advice from. We are here to ask you to take lead. To take the lead. Let's reach every heart in Australia and help them commit to it. Otherwise there will be no, then what's the point of doing all this? If we are not going to change. It's about making the real change in ourselves and others. And I am happy to say to you, to report to you that I am seeing emerging the real, true, beautiful faces of humanity because of this movement. God bless you.
Invite Sister Ranjani from the Brahma Kumaris in Australia, please, if you'd accept this small token of our appreciation for your presence here today. A beautiful vase near here is called Blacktown. 188 different nationalities live there. And we've been blessed to share a film by a beautiful man from China. Babaji met him recently in Malaysia, and he sent us a video message, a Taoist master called Christopher Chuang. So please enjoy this video and message from him. And after that, we'll have our last speaker. Sister, thank you. We'll be having your speech after this, and then we'll be having lunch. Thank you.
我是 Christopher， 地球人类呢，把地球的生态呢破坏，严重的破坏了，让整个生态系统的循环呢失去了平衡，失去了循环性的一个正常，开始了就产生了现在我们所谓的极端气候，所谓的这种地壳的变动，和大量多种的生物不断的消亡啊，就整个所有生物多样性正快速的失去，并且透过因为大地的污染、空气的污染，让人类的健康也受到非常大的一种威胁，造成为地球人类最后毁灭的原因，就是不断火山爆发、地震、海啸、疫病。只要我们能够聚集足够的内心发光的人，他们愿意修改这个地球运行的程序，让一部分的人类能够留存下来，留存在地球没有遭受到破坏的地方， 所以我们召集了许许多多的愿意为这件事情去投入工作的人。在2012年，就是原来设定会毁灭的这一年，我们召开了一个盼望论坛，目的在于防灾、减灾、救灾跟灾后的重建，慢慢就形成一个许多人参与的一种运动了。所以呢，我也知道，只要我们有更多内心发光的人员，它是一种正能量来修补这个地球的磁场，然后来转化一些危机的。目前的状况非常的紧急，只靠一个精神力量还是不够的，那还是要更多的投入一些实际的行动。就像我在2012年所提出来的生态社区，它不仅仅是要与自然和谐共生，它还是要借由科技的手段来更多的赋予，更有高效的来赋予这个生态社区的一个功能性，能够在更小的地方让更多的人能够活存下来，适合于不同的人去居住的这种生态文明社区的心跟心的连结，或者内心发光的人的集结，把它运动起来，很快的，人类的文明呢就会走向我们也称为新时代的生态文明世界。
Thank you so much. I'd like to invite Sister Carmel, please, from the Franciscan Missionaries of Mary.
What do we need to do to commit ourselves, to learn again? We have to keep learning humility, kindness and love. To do that, we need to commit to it. Humility, first accepting our powerlessness. Kindness, a gift which doesn't change things, but helps those trapped in the powerlessness. And love, which hangs in there through thick and thin. When applied collectively, it can be very difficult, as it also can be powerless. What do those three words mean? I went to the dictionary. Humility is the quality of having a modest view of one's value or importance. Kindness is the quality of being friendly and generous, while love is an intense feeling of deep affection and takes a deep interest and pleasure in someone or something. How have I lived this? What more can I do? It's something you have to go back to and start again. I don't have answers, but I've given my life in trying to show up and learn. I was born in a small town in Queensland where there were lots of family and friends around town. Everyone knew everyone else. One thing I remember, that in that place at that time, people cared about each other. I remember when someone died, my dad would go and sit there through the night praying with them till the undertaker could come the next morning to take the body. I don't think you'd get that now. I went to Bunbury Diocese in Western Australia and worked for community care with the First Nations Noongar people who were beginning to move into the town. It was my first experience of First Nations people, and I had no knowledge of their lifestyle. Another big lesson in humility. The poverty in their lives was an eye-opening experience for me. I went to Cape Town in South Africa during the very troubled times of the late 1980s. All 5 of us in the community worked at grassroots level and often faced violence and threats. However, the people around us supported us,
and both we were accepted by the African women at work and our white neighbours in the white district. I also just need to mention the intrusion of the internet in family life, education and finance. It raises huge distortions and temptations. I take heart from seeing the kindness of the young people who work in our aged care from different countries, giving of themselves with little recognition and without high wages. They really are marvellous, kind and loving. To us oldies, they keep our life meaningful. Australia is a multicultural country, and so the treasures of humility, kindness and love are vital to our peace and success as a nation. I don't claim to be steeped in kindness and love. You have to keep going back to the basic values and praying and meditating on them. But I do believe that each person can make a difference. Our world needs these gifts now more than ever. These three blessings of humility, kindness and love are the most needed gifts for life in our time, as we struggle with differences in education, in jobs, in original nationalities, migration and refugees, different types of politics and faith, all of which are capable of creating division. All of us Australians from all places and all religions need to work together with humble respect for our differences. To do this, we need large doses of humility, kindness and love. They are not just attractive words, but must lead to action. No one group of us has the answers, but real caring is what holds the value of relationships for life and humanity. We thank those who are spreading this message in our world. Thank you to all who came today to strive to make this a reality in Australia. Thank you very much.
We're now going to change slightly. Your ears have been very gracious in listening to all these beautiful speakers. But we're now going to bring in some music. The music's going to continue throughout the rest of today. Now we're going to be introducing some sitar, rabab and a tabla band. And after lunch, we'll have the Radical Sun, we'll have Tony Childs. We're going to have a special meditation from Babaji. Before we do this, we'd like to invite Deputy Mayor Carol Israel to receive a gift from Babaji. And allow the heart to listen to this beautiful music. Thank you so much.
In Canada, Chief Bill Lane opened our HKL conference, and he is the founder of Four Worlds Foundation, which is a wonderful organization that brings together people from all walks of life. We have a video of Chief Bill Lane. Enjoy.
Multicultural, my very, very beloved relatives of our human family. I want to extend a very warm and loving handshake and embrace to each and every one of you with special honor and love and respect for my beloved spiritual brother Swamiji and all those upon our Mother Earth dedicated to humility, kindness, and love. It is time, Multicultural, my very beloved relatives of our human family, to realize we are one human family. Each of us is sovereignty, ancient and perishable and everlasting. It's time that we set aside the differences that have come in between us, that don't understand we have come from one common source, one foundation. So with that in mind, I'd like to share a prayer for all our great relatives there in the beautiful, beautiful lands of Australia. I've had the opportunity to visit there and to be with my beloved star relatives, as they call themselves, Indigenous people who share our common heritage to Pleiades and the understanding that we as human beings are a reflection of this whole universe. In fact, every single cell in our body has iron in it, and every bit of that iron was created in supernovas. Can you imagine? We're far more than we understand. And the great mystery of life is now bringing us together through this beautiful, beautiful movement that's been initiated by our relatives of the Sikh faith and is joining with faiths everywhere in Mother Earth. Creator of the universe, most beloved one, all powerful one, most kind one, most compassionate one, ever forgiving one, O most beauteous one, we call upon your holy power. Your Holy Spirit animates, sustains, and creates, and uplifts all things to surround us all here in our hearts and souls, in the path we walk, everywhere in Mother Earth, and Creator of all good things. We just come here in a humble way to ask your inspiration to help us understand we're one human family, and the hurt of one is the hurt of all. In the Costa Wakanda, we call upon all the tribes of the nation of the East to come together in unity and harmony. In the Costa Wakanda, we call upon all the tribes of the nation of the South, from where comes new life, to come together in unity and harmony. The West, from where comes thunder, lightning, and rain, we call upon all those tribes of the nation to come together in unity. For the North, from where comes the white purifying stones, we call upon them to come together in unity and harmony. We give thanksgiving to Father Sky. We ask forgiveness for the overabundance of the masculine qualities we have as a human family. It's brought us to this point of great, great, great challenges as prophesied that we come to. But also, we want to humble ourselves before our beloved Mother Earth and all her spiritual representatives, womankind, that we might all become human and balanced human beings, understanding the eagle has two wings. One is man and one is woman. Until both wings of that eagle have equal power, respect, and honor, as was at the very beginning of creation. For our soul has no gender, no ethnicity, no race, no class. Our soul is a reflection of the oneness of our Creator, the beauty and oneness of our Creator. So Creator of all good things, we just pray that way. And Creator of all good things, we ask with all our hearts and souls that all these conflicts upon Mother Earth, we might awaken to who we truly are spiritually and understand we're coming now to the fulfillment of those prophecies that promised after a long, long spiritual winter time. We've come to a time in history, which we're here now, when we would understand it is time that we come together and end war. And therefore, I just give all our love and support of the union of the condor, hummingbird, kessel, and eagle that's bringing together 80 million indigenous people across the Americas, Four Worlds, Compassion Games International, and so many others that are fully in support of this great movement, humility, kindness, and love. And so I send that with my warm, loving greetings and a big embrace to each and every one of you there, and knowing that we are now emerging out of our adolescence, the human family, into our spiritual maturity. Halami chante washte alo, shunkmano he meado, chinupasaba meado, halami chante washte. And now I want to say this prayer of unity. Oh my God, unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal unto them thy great purpose. May they follow thy commandments and abide in thy law. Help them, O God, in their endeavor, and grant them strength to serve thee. O God, leave them not to themselves, but guide our steps with the light of knowledge, and cheer our hearts by thy love. Verily thou art their helper and our Lord. O Creator, refresh and gladden our spirits, purify our hearts, illumine our powers. We lay all our affairs in your hands. You are our guide and our refuge. We will no longer be sorrowful and grieved. We will be happy and joyful beings. O Creator, we will no longer be full of anxiety and let trouble harass us. We will not dwell in the pleasant things of life. O Creator, you are more friend to us than we are to ourselves. We dedicate ourselves to thee, O Lord. Hallelujah chante washte alo, shunk mano he meado, chinupasapa meado, hallelujah chante washte. My names are Shunk Mano and Chinupasapa, and I stand fully responsible before the Creator for my words and my action. Hallelujah chante washte.
Hi, my name is Mankita Scott, and I'm very honored to be representing the youth of Australia to the first Sydney HKL conference. Did you guys see the torch? I really want to go where it goes next. I was amazed to see the procession with Auntie Linda leading and how she embraced the youth of Australia. Let's kick things off with a quick Aussie crash course, starting with the animals. Fun fact, kangaroos can't walk backwards. So if at any point today you feel stuck, just hop on forward like a true Aussie. Koalas sleep up to 20 hours a day. And then there's the emu. Australia once went to war with the emus and lost. Can you believe it? So if you're wondering who really runs this country, it's not the government. It's the birds. Now, to truly survive in Australia, you need to learn some important Aussie slang. Repeat after me. Brekkie? Brekkie. Which means breakfast. Ripper? The conference was a ripper today. And last one. So in Australia, instead of no, we say nar. Everyone say nar. Okay, let's try that again with the R rolling. Nar. There we go. If that's confusing, remember our national motto, no worries. But underneath the slang, jokes, and animals, there's something Aussies really care about. How we treat each other. That's why we're grounding this conference in humility, kindness, and love. HKL. Humility to learn and listen. Kindness in how we speak, especially when we disagree. And love, not just as a feeling, but as an action. And how we show for each other. And when you combine that spirit with our animals, our slang, and our sunshine, the hot sun, Australia becomes more than just a place on the map. It becomes a feeling, a mindset, a way of moving forward while enjoying the ride, resting when you need it, and laughing along the way. So as we continue on today, hop forward like a kangaroo, take a little koala star rest if you need it, speak like a local, and carry humility, kindness, and love in everything that you do. Welcome to Australia, welcome to this conference, and most importantly, welcome to a safe space where we can connect, learn, and share in a ripper way. Thank you.
Very happy to introduce our next musical performance, Radical Sun. Thank you so much.
humility, kindness, love. I'm ready for son. Thank you.
I now have the great honor to introduce to you Linda Millen Osborne. She is the person who received the torch from that came from Bulawampuri here to the island, the continent of Australia, and she received it for all of the people of Australia, for the people who are First Nation people here, as well as for all the people who have come here in peace and harmony. She's the founder and creative director of Cockatoo Dreaming. Linda is a proud Bunjalung woman, and she is an educator, a trainer, a speaker, an MC, a storyteller, a mentor. Her mission is to support people and meet people to become empowered, to connect to themselves, to their ancestors, to their loved ones, their communities, their nature, and I only had the great pleasure of meeting her. She's now my best friend. We had the pleasure to meet only 6 days ago, and now she's going to give us a bit of herself. And I just asked you to look left and right, and just give a loving gaze to your neighbour. You may know them, you may not, but with a loving gaze, we have connection, we have presence. I'd like you to put your hand on your heart as I acknowledge country. And like all our great teachers teach us, like my elders teach us, we all have one heart. We all have that heartbeat through the layers, through the identities, the cultures and the races. Just give yourself a little bit of kindness and love for being here today. We often are told to give it outward, and yet it is often the inner love that is needed first. Before I begin, I would love to thank Babaji for his kind invitation to carry the torch and speak with you today. So you've heard, my name is Linda Millen Osborne, and I'm a proud Bunjalung woman. When we gather here, we are stepping into something far greater than ourselves. We are being welcomed by country, even as we welcome each other. So finding HKL, humility, kindness and love, just 6 days ago, really feels like a full circle moment. As we stand here on Aboriginal country that always was and always will be Aboriginal land, country is not just where we are, country is who we are. Country is alive. She listens. She holds us when we're tired, when we're grieving, when we're healing, when we're becoming. This land carries story and memories. And when we pause long enough, she teaches us how to return to ourselves. This is what we call learning from country. When I first encountered humility, kindness and love, something in me softened, not because it was new, not because it felt deeply familiar, but it reminded me of what I've always known through my culture and my ancestors. That healing is not something we do to people, it is something we remember together. It was such a gift to receive Babaji's welcome and greeting on Tuesday. And he softly looked at me with an incredible amount of presence and stillness. And he smiled at me and he said, "Linda, how are you?" And it's been some time since somebody had actually asked me so truly, deeply, touchingly, "How are you?" My response was to burst into tears at the love, at the presence, and the gesture of truly wanting to know.
HKL honours the truth. It doesn't rush, it doesn't force, it listens. It trusts the body, it trusts the wisdom that lives within us. This is Indigenous knowing. It is old, it is wise, and it is still here. We are called in these troubled times to become humble, to share what we have, to check our greed, to be kinder, to be softer, first with self, then with our families, then with our friends, then with our communities, then with our workplaces, and then with the world. We need to detach from those things, this technology-driven world that detaches us. We need to be playful with our children, give them our time and presence, remembering who we are beneath the stories, the pain, the busyness and the noise. So today on Darug Country, I honour this land and her people, and I honour you for showing up to learn, to care, to love, to be humble, to be grateful. I honour the ancestors who have walked before us and continue to guide us. I honour HKL for creating a space that feels safe, embodied, and deeply human. And I honour each and every one of you showing up to listen, to remember. May we walk gently, may we listen deeply, and may we find ourselves back to country and to ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Auntie Linda, for gracing the stage with such beautiful presence. And the next person we're going to have on stage is someone whom we're pretty familiar with. If you've attended the previous conferences, we've had this special guest attend as well. And she is actually an Emmy awarded artist and also a Grammy nominated artist. And she said that when I asked her how shall I introduce you, she said, just say I'm a love pollinator. So we have our beautiful bee right here next to me. And she will be gracing us, and she'll have such an energetic performance. So everyone put your hands together for Tony Child.
I am so blown away. What a beautiful, this beautiful woman who is just here sharing and talking with her full heart and fully receiving, that we get to feel you shine, your presence, your resonance, and each one of us, the uniqueness of who we are is a signature. And without you, you cannot remove you from the fabric of time and space and to all that is divine in existence beyond this world. Thank you, Babaji, for creating the space. Thank you, all of you, all the beautiful volunteers and people. And we're here pollinating with each other. Love, kindness, humility, bringing dignity, and celebrating the real rock stars on the planet, decent human beings. Okay, let's get this party started. Put your hands together. I stood in the darkness. I'm looking through
speaker, I'm very happy to introduce. She is a poet, a writer, a coach, Oya Erdogan. Please come on stage and share some words of wisdom with us.
I came to Sydney from Berlin, and in Berlin it is winter now, freezing cold, minus 10, 20 degrees. And on January 3rd, something extraordinary happened. Several high-voltage power lines in the southwest of Berlin were damaged. And for more than 3 days, there was no electricity. Imagine this. No energy in the middle of winter, no light, no heating, no cooking, no charging of your phones. So this was a severe separation from energy. And it made me ask a simple question: do we actually know where our energy comes from? We take so much for granted, and we usually value things only when they are gone. Among those 100,000 people, some were angry, some were desperate, some were complaining, but at the same time something beautiful happened. I find many became humble. People said, I never thought about this before. I'm grateful when the train comes late, because at least it comes. Not coming at all is much worse. So this experience taught a simple lesson: we should not take anything for granted and be grateful for what we have. And energy itself, I find, is humble. It serves. And most of our energy comes from nature, natural sources. And they are also humble. They serve. We as human beings should take a part in it. The soul is the supplier of our life energy, and it's not just energy, it's intelligent life force energy, it's a life. And the soul itself is connected to the cosmic source of infinite energy, and that is an endless cosmic dynamo. And some call it also God. So the soul supplies our body system with energy in the same way electricity supplies a house, quietly, humbly, invisible. This is the nature of our soul, to serve humbly, kindly, lovingly, because our soul is humility, kindness, and love. So we carry a powerful energy source within us, and yet most of the time we are not aware of it and we misuse it. But we don't really know how much strength, how much power there is in our soul qualities. I truly believe that when we are having that shift in consciousness and live from our soul consciousness, together with all the qualities that are inherent in our soul, HKL especially can conquer all the obstacles and challenges in life. I would like to share with you wisdom that I have received from a sweet saint, and I would share these words with you. He said, "Truth is simple, God is simple, everything else is complex." So, let's go for that. Be simple, be truthful, live from the truth within us. And together with that, I will just give you for the closing 3 things. When you do that, you will realize your truth and your true strength and power. The first thing is very clear: meditate. Second, be in alignment with your soul qualities, especially of humility, kindness, and love. And third, very clear, serve others. Serve your family, your friends, serve humanity humbly, with love and kindness. And if you do that, you will reap a joy that surpasses anything you have ever experienced before. And thank you for bringing into this world all the beauty that is inside of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Oya. Thank you for sharing your energy with us, your joy, your love, and all your seva. I have the great privilege of introducing a short film right now. Will be addressed by Rabbi David Slavin, who it was his congregation that was celebrating Hanukkah this December, and they just finished or began the ending portion of the first phase of the sitting Shiva for those who have lost their lives. So Rabbi is not with us today only because it is the day of Shabbat, which there is no traveling in cars, no using electronic devices, and being able to go in with God. So to help us out with this, and because we so wanted to include him in the program, he pre-recorded this message for us. Thank you.
Welcome to Chabad here in Bandai. Very, very special to have you here, standing in front of our beautiful synagogue and community center. We each have our ways of connecting with spirituality. And to all of you sitting in this wonderful place as part of the conference for humility, kindness, and love. Synagogues, houses of worship are the place where those wonderful traits grow and develop. I was blessed to have had a great teacher known universally as the Lubavitcher Rebbe, Rabbi Menachem M. Schneerson, who, when I heard what you are doing collectively, it was his character that came to mind, because this is what he dedicated his life to. Anybody who met this great leader saw humility in the way he treated every single person with so much warmth and so much love. And his life was dedicated to kindness. And all done with warmth, care, but above all with love. So while I cannot be there with you in person, I'm going to be inside on the Sabbath. I share with you in spirit. And I thank you all for making the time to develop these incredible attributes together. Coming together, firstly in humility, which is what opens the doors to everything else, because we are taught that when somebody has an ego, there's no room for them and God to live in the same world. There's only room for one. It's only by us removing our egos and having the virtue of humility that we're able to really live our fullest lives. And that needs to lead to kindness, to realize the space that we have to occupy and what we have to do to help others. So that's really what counts and what matters. And that leads us to love. Love to ourselves, to God, to fellow man around the world. So this is a wonderful initiative, because all too often our focus is on the things that we want to acquire, the things we want to have, the things of life, as opposed to life itself. This is a home for anybody seeking to improve themselves, to come closer to spirituality, and to bring God into their lives. There's only one way of doing that, and that is through humility, through kindness, and through love. The very reasons you're coming together there. A synagogue is about prayer. Prayer means turning to somebody greater than us. That is step one of humility. Prayer is asking for kindness from God. That's what we're praying for. There's only one way to ask for kindness, and that is by showing an example of kindness. You can't come to our Father in heaven and say, be kind to me, unless you're prepared to do the same to his children. And the same is true for the overall embrace known as love. It is very, very special to play even a small part in this brotherhood and sisterhood of people coming from all parts of the world. We become better, not when we look at somebody else and say, they've taken something which is mine. If we see something special in another family, in another culture, in another religion, in another people, in another environment, our reaction should be, wow, that's fantastic. I can learn. I can become better as a result of that. Look around. Different skin tones, different personalities, different languages, different accents, different religions. But you in this room have come to understand that what unites us is so much more than what divides us. This is a spiritual, godly experience. When two people come together and are not in it only for what they can gain, but also how can they help a third party, this is where we become the very, very best version of ourselves. So, as I say, look around the room, notice how different people are, and ask yourself, are we really that different? And the answer is no. We are all created in the image of God. We are all God's children. And the sooner we recognize that and inculcate that into the way we behave, not only is the world a better place, but we become better people. So thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for making the time to focus on sharpening your humility, your kindness, and your love. What a wonderful initiative. Welcome to Our Big Kitchen. In a nutshell, a country like Australia throws away huge quantities of perfectly edible food. And at the very same time, there are Australians going hungry. Two issues that are really, really not good. And what we do here is bring those two things together. Take that food and get it to people who need to be fed. We've come together to improve three very, very basic things. It's humility, kindness, and love. I feel so humbled and so honored to be part of this. And this is in fact what we strive to do every single day. You'll notice as you come into the kitchen, the first thing that catches you is, let us build a kind world. That to us is the belief, the very purpose of creation is for us to be able to show kindness to others. And at the very same time, you have right over here, share the love. Love is what binds us and what brings us together. And all of that can only happen with His humility. Even within love and kindness, it has to be done in a humble way. Kindness should never make us feel more important than the poor person who we are supporting. Because in fact, that's not the case. This is what we do in the kitchen all day, every day. It's rescuing food and getting it to people who really need it, but done with humility, done with kindness, and done with a great deal of love. So it's my wish to the members of this conference who've taken time to look deeply into themselves and think, where could I be more humble? Where could I be more kind? And to whom can I show more love? Wishing you success in all that you do today and beyond. And it is my hope and prayer that when the event today finishes, that is not the end, that is the beginning of re-engagement with our inner self in a much more profound, deeper, more sensitive and more meaningful way. We live for a period of time, and it's really how we make those years count. So wishing everybody success, thanking you for the incredible warmth that you have shown the Jewish community, the example that you have set. And my name is Rabbi Dr. David Slavin. I feel privileged to have this place here, to be among friends, and to share the lessons that I have learned from my teacher and mentor, Rabbi Nachman Rosh Neerson, known as the Lubavitcher Rebbe, a man who every part of his life was filled with humility, with kindness, and with love to everybody. So as you come together in this wonderful conference, which moves around the world, from India last year to Sydney this year, at a time where these things need to be experienced, lived, and shared, I thank you for making the world a better place. God bless you. May we meet only on happy occasions.
It feels like Rabbi is already part of HKL for so long, and he hasn't even come yet. So I feel it's just like Babadi said, that HKL doesn't belong to us. It's already happening and it's out there, and I feel Rabbi is the best example for that. So very honored, very blessed to have him with us. And now we're coming to a very beautiful part of this today's program, a meditation led by Babaji. And just to share my short own experience of meditation, I tried to meditate for a few years before meeting Babaji and the HKL movement. And it wasn't really until I found Babaji or Babaji found me that I could start meditating and actually enjoy it. And thanks to this, thanks to Babaji, and thanks to HKL, meditation is now something I don't want to miss at all in my life. Something I'm happy to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning for, and I really don't want to miss it anymore. So it's something so beautiful. And like Rabbi said, we have to remove that ego in order to enjoy love, humility and kindness. And as we learned, meditation is the way to do that. So I'm very happy, very grateful to announce Babaji to please bless us and guide us into meditation. Thank you.
Thank you, each and every person sitting here and joining us online. All the volunteers who have been working tirelessly to arrange this event. I'm so humbled with your devotion, selfless service. I want to caution you. We means people like me. We tell others, become silent. Still your mind, still your body, still, and feel humility. Please don't come to understand that it's just as easy. In New Zealand, when we went to the Maroi people's land, and I sat with them and I said, it's about transforming ourselves. It's about working on ourselves. And 3-4 of them, that is the hardest thing to do. And I said, I thank you. You know that anything of any value does not come easily. It's not just steady, it's not easy to become. Meditation means that we are never where our bodies are. We are always somewhere else, thinking, imagining, looking at other people, checking them. So we are never here. Meditation means to bring this consciousness here where this body is. That is meditation. So that consciousness which was wandering around aimlessly, everywhere, thinking, desiring, all that is brought home. Now when we focus either here or at the heart area or at the navel point, the very consciousness which was thinking now is made to feel. We cannot do both. Consciousness can either think or can feel. If it's feeling, it cannot think. So when we feel, no thoughts can come. That is called become still, peaceful, and it requires very hard work. Very hard. My darling daughter, Linda, thank you, my dear daughter, for letting the world see your heart. She said when we connect with the earth, the beauty of one of the beauties of indigenous people is that they remain connected to the Mother Earth so profoundly. Earth is so gentle, humblest thing in His creation, Earth. It remains under our feet. And yet, she is our mother. She produces everything our bodies need. She feeds us. Our true mother, our biological mother can only feed us for few months. But this mother feeds us all our life. And she is so humble. And Linda said that when we connect with Mother Earth, we come home. How beautiful. What does it mean when we connect with Mother Earth? When we feel, recognize its humility, we are connecting with the humility directly. We connect with the humility directly if we do it by becoming conscious. So please understand, it is the hardest thing in the world to reach our souls. We are so much in the habit of living out of mind, we don't know what soul is. We have heard these names, but please don't be fooled. Until and unless we feel that, no transformation can happen. We are not going to become humble, kind, or loving. It is the total transformation from living from here to living from here. It takes total commitment, always remaining folded hands before Him. begging him to let me realize my soul. And soul is not who is humble. Please. Soul is not which is humble. Soul is humility. There's a big difference. There's a big difference between sweet and sweetness. He says, you are not sweet, you are sweetness. You are not loving, you are the love. You are not kind, you are the kindness. And these things, until we experience, then we recognize this is me. Humility is not, no longer you are humble. You are humble means, it means that you can become unhumble too. Think about it. You are not loving, it means you can become unloving too. No, you are the humility, you are love, you are kindness. That's what our soul is. And the same is our Creator. Now let us, before doing meditation, the HKL movement is launching today the HKL Time bi-weekly bulletin that would be bringing us up to date that how the HKL movement is moving and how it is changing. One person's heart, then that family, then that community, city, country, eventually world. So could you please say that if we could see its face, please. This is the first issue. It has many pages telling what's happening, how the HKL is changing the world. Argentina, Canada, Malaysia. Thank you. There is this poem. Please stay with me. Close your eyes. Let the cleansing begin. I also want to show you this before you close your eyes. During the third international conference of HKL in Canada, Prime Minister Ken Carney, he said, these values of humility, kindness and love, this movement, these values are indeed at the core of humanity and can foster incredible hope and connection among us. What he means is that HKL makes us disease-free. Without these we are diseased. Dis-ease, the mind keeps us at dis-ease. That is disease. And this is peacefulness. This is serenity. This is total stillness. This is your being. This is the beautiful you. We must claim it, please. So this is thank you. Now you can close your eyes. Please. How blessed these moments are. Moments of serenity, peace, kindness. We can feel the time. These are the gifts of time. If we wake up and receive these gifts from moment to moment, time is putting these gifts before us. And time is flying. Close your eyes. Let the cleansing begin. End the war you have within. I didn't write it, I'm just reading. But this is true, even though you may not it is just gesturing. Close your eyes. Let the cleansing begin. End the war you have within. Find peace and echo it out. Now love is all around. If you can be brave, feel the space around your body. Feel the space around your body with your shoulders, hands, nose, face. See if you can feel the space. Recite and remember the one in all of us, second to none. The journey to meet him has begun. The path is open for everyone. Lines of kindness we have crossed. The dream of peace has been lost. Let us revive it at all costs. Without love, all hope is lost. Nation, color, religion, ripped apart the love notion. Let us sew the fabric again with love for everyone. Let us hold each other's hand without judging, we understand. For kindness we take a stand. Love all till the end. Close your eyes. Let the cleansing begin. Now please, with closed eyes, feel the beating heart. The beating heart. Heart is being beaten. Poor heart. The divine himself is beating the heart. The divine is so obvious. How can you not see his hand? How can we miss him? How can we say he is somewhere up in the skies. It's that simple if we wake up. Please feel the beating heart. It's like writing a poem. Heart is our love. It's not the muscle of heart, it is the power in the heart. It is the power, the divine, the creator in the heart. He is dancing day and night out of love for us. Life is not a misery or sadness or loneliness or restless or stressful. It is a poem of love. We all are poems of love which he is writing. He is writing on our consciousness. Stay there, please. It's him, so obvious. He's beating the heart, the pulse, breathing into us and out of us without us even knowing whether we are awake or go to sleep. He keeps breathing into us and out of us. He converts the food we eat into blood. No human can convert food into blood. Because of his light, we can see outside. And one thing, please, the very space we live in, this is the space, all the space, the universe, is nothing but the expanse of God. Scientists now can see that the whole space is filled with mysterious matter, with mysterious presence, which cannot be explained. The science, and they say that mysterious power is keeping all the planets at certain distance from each other. That force. God has shown to the scientists that new galaxies, new suns, new moons are being formed every moment. This space is the divine. In him is his creation. We always are within our beloved. We always are within our beloved, and our beloved is always within us. What an arrangement. We are in him, and he is in us. Keep feeling the heart, please. There's a love song. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I am in the space, and the space is nothing but your presence. So I am a fish, and you are the endless ocean. Endless ocean. It's written in Punjabi. I want to sing that. So you please remain focused. Keep feeling the heart. मोहे मछली तुमने तुझ बिन क्यों सर I'm always in the space, in you, just like the fish is in the water. Fish cannot live without the water. So is the case with me. If the space he takes away, we would have no space to exist. Mohe machli tumane, neer is water, machli, fish. Mohe machli tumane, तुझ बिन क्यों सर लाडले लाड लड़ाए. My beloved caresses me. He touches me so joyfully, so gently. If we can feel the space around us. Through meditation, our consciousness becomes so subtle that it will feel the space, and space is His presence. We would feel His presence. लाडले लाड लड़ाए. My beloved so joyfully caresses me, so tenderly touches me, loves me so much. Sab mein, He is in everyone. लाडले लाड लड़ाए. पहले जमेगा. लाडले लाड लड़ाए. सब में मिल हमारी हुए गते. मिल हमारी. Oh my beloved, please meet me so that I can be liberated from my mind, from my thoughts, so that I can become peaceful. In mind, we can never become peaceful. In mind, we can never rest. In mind, there is no place to rest. The place to rest is within us. Slowly, when we meditate every day, remaining focused on our heart, slowly and slowly, He would start pulling us inside. We will go within, under our skin. You would see this happening right before your eyes. But as you are pulled very close to your body, that is a scary experience. You would feel suffocating. That's where the love is tested. That's where the love is tested. You would feel so suffocated, really suffocated, as if you're going to stop breathing. But then, one day, he so gently takes you in. You go within. And then you can travel your entire body, city. My beloved caresses me, loves me so much. He remains with me, within me. He remains with everybody. Oh my beloved, please make me meet you. I cannot meet you. Nobody can meet the divine. It is Him who meets us, who pulls us to Him. So please remain focused, feeling the heart. And those who know Punjabi, पहले महाराज जी ने तो पहले जामे दा शब्द ते तुसी साडे नाल पढ़ सकते while staying at the heart. If you can then sing some words of these with लाडले लाडल लाडले लाडल लाडले लाडल सब में लाडले लाडल सब में लाडले लाडल सब में लाडले become free of my mind, which does not let me go within and meet you, feel you, become peaceful. मिल हमारी होए गते. These are 4 words. Mill. Let us say mill at the navel point, Hamari at the heart, Hoye at the throat, and Gate at the forehead. So let us all travel together along the outside of our body, then slowly we would be able to go within. Mill at the navel point, Hamari at the heart, Hoye at the throat, Gate at the forehead. Mill na pite, Hamari dilte हुए गलते मिल हमारी होए गते. Please, all of us, let us sing and listen to the collective echo of all the sounds. These sounds are coming from hearts. Listen to the collective sound or your own sound. You would become so peaceful. Please sing whatever. Like you can sing in English or in any language, because tomorrow the whole world is going to be at these conferences with many different languages. They will be singing in their own words with all the love. To sing with all the love. Mil hamari hoye gate. Please feel the heart writing a poem of love. Long poem. It keeps writing. The poem of heart is the poem of humility, kindness, and love. He keeps writing. The beating of our hearts can be heard in our ears if we can come close to. The doctors take that stethoscope or whatever. They put that on the heart and then hear the heartbeat. You can directly feel the heartbeat happening in your ears too, not only in the heart. See if you can. Feel the heartbeat in your ears. Put that stethoscope or whatever its name in your ears. Those of you who can listen, would you say yes loudly?
Yes.
Thank you. Constantly, the story of our life is being written. We must remain awake and make sure that the heart writes a beautiful poem. Me is writing about with closed eyes while feeling the heartbeat. See if you can feel some peace, some restfulness. Some peace, some restfulness, some relaxation, feeling humble, that God is so close. Feeling kind, that all humanity is His children, and many times I have been unkind to His children. I have been unkind to His children. He must have become unhappy. I should ask Him for forgiveness. And beg Him to keep His hand over my head, that I don't hurt anybody from today on. He loves all His children. And see if you can, with closed eyes, look outside, look within this hall with closed eyes, or outside the hall. And see if you feel love, some love. Please let us all join this movement and transform ourselves into who we are. The most important thing in a life is to take a decision. Most of the people don't take a decision. They remain on the shores. They don't jump in. We don't have the time. Why to live in stress? Why to live in unpeacefulness? Why to feel alone? Soon we would start feeling with Him, feel love for Him. And then when we open our eyes, we would feel love, humility and kindness towards everyone. Because that's what we are. My daughter Tony Giles said just a few minutes ago, she said You are the real stars. Real stars, the real people. Real. Who can decide that the most important asset we can ever have is our state of consciousness. The most beautiful, the most precious wealth we can ever have is humility, kindness, and love. Real wealth. You would be the wealthiest person. So rich. Money does not make us really rich. I most humbly put my hand at the feet of each and every one of you, that you are so blessed. You want to experience who we are. Thank you. Next, next conference is going to be, could we show the bus first, please? HKL bus.
One song, one family strong. HKL lives on, lives on.
This HKL bus is on the road in England. Soon these buses are going to be everywhere in this world. Taking this message that what a wealth is right there we are, where we are. We are missing out. This movement is to be taken to every human heart, wherever that is. And as I said, it's our collective responsibility to serve our brethren and sisters and negate negativity, selfishness, and replace the faces of selfishness, replace those with an HKL. Thank you so much. Let us first see this film, or I can let the secret out. The next HKL conference is going to be held in England on April 11th and 12th. We are already into the month of February, and now they want to show some film then I will be back. I don't want anybody else to have these mics.
How you see the world spinning, spinning round. What is love and what is death? The fears we have to put to rest, and so we walk. Like angels talk, and so we walk. Like angels talk. Walk and talk, turn this side. You wanna walk and talk, turn, tell me something. In a room by the sea, with all the voice in the sun, lead me on. I'm telling me your view, how you see the world spinning, spinning round. Teach love, teach death, the fears you have to put to rest. So we walk, like angels talk, and so we walk. Like angels talk, you wanna walk and talk, girl, this side here. You wanna walk and talk, girl, tell me something. You see it's easy running angels down, and I can't help but shudder from the sound. It's that small girl down by the sea, found the angel in me. Her words are always because the
Now, on behalf of HKL Global Movement, Babaji would like to present some gifts to honor all the beautiful souls who have helped make this day so wonderful. So we are going to call the names up. Please come to the front to receive your gift once your name is called. Thank you.
Linda Millen Osborne. Oya Erdogan.
Sister Carmel. Carl Becker. Guy Morrell. Nicole Smith. David Leah, Radical Son. Tony Childs. Stephen Bali. Carol Israel. Uncle Bana. That is Nika Padam Sena.
But such beautiful days are rare in our lives. If we take with us the truth in HKL. It is not a dream, it's not an idea, it's not a concept, it's not a philosophy, it's the truth of life. Truth of life. Truth of life is if we become selfish, we damage ourselves, we damage others, because we are using our God-given powers negatively, destructively. If we live a selfish life, as I mentioned in the morning, me first, selfish, using our God-given blessings destructively. And we pay for that, we damage ourselves, we damage others. And please, let us start living HKL. And that can only happen if we remain awake. A weekly project will be given to you. Let us, for the coming week, commit to ourselves that when we wake up in the morning, before we put our feet on the ground, Close your eyes. Remember, if you don't feel God within, just remember He is there and He is listening. He loves us. He loves us. He never leaves us alone. He doesn't trust us that we are wise enough that we can live without Him. We are His children. But no father can be happy if his children remain just children. We are to grow. Life is to grow, and growth is transformation. Transformation.
Yes.
Liberation from the slavery of our mind, our thoughts, our desires, to the loving home of the heart, liberated. So next week, every morning, when we wake up, we close our eyes, remember Him, become fully awake to the body, to His presence within. Recite His name lovingly. If we do, soon He will reveal Himself within us. You will be able to feel His presence. And we beg Him that, oh, my Father, my Creator, my Beloved, kindly forgive me if I hurt anybody yesterday, if I lived a selfish life. Because if I live a selfish life, I deceived you. I was not faithful to you. Had I been faithful to you, I would have never been able to hurt anyone. And your children. And then remain awake all day. To remain in the aura of humility, kindness and love. And remember, it is not just a hearsay. I know it. I have the first-hand experience. He loves us so much. He remains awake for 24 hours that we can go to Him anytime. His love is not worldly love. Once we experience His love, you would not rest. You would want to go to every person and ask them, please wake up, and experience who you are. Experience the presence of God. When you experience His God, His presence, there's no difference between you and Him. Because He is in your consciousness. So please, starting this moment, we must start living. We have not been living, we have been existing. Living is when we are here, where our roots are, where our source. And then the life becomes celebration. I have, see these people, they are taking pictures. I have taken your pictures too. And they are printed on my consciousness. I'm going to fold that sheet of my consciousness with your pictures on it. I'm going to take that with me. And then, when I'm alone, I'm going to open that sheet and see you and talk to you. Remember, He loves you. I love you. We will meet again, and I'll be talking to you every day, telling our new projects. Thank you. This slogan is a reminder to us that whosoever recognizes Sat Sri Akal, the divine is the only truth. Everything is transitory. We are here, tomorrow we are not going to be. So this is what this slogan is, that please remember that He is the only truth in this world. We are not the truth. This body is not truth. Truth is everlasting. Truth is never changing. Thank you. We will meet again in England with more humble, more kinder, more loving face. Okay? I'm going to sing this just may God bless us. We'll meet again with more beautiful faces. Mm-hmm. sing it in Punjabi, that's my mother tongue. Can I? Yes. Thank you. रब सुख रखे मिलांगे जरूर रब सुख रखे मिलांगे जरूर वे होर सोने मुँह लगे रब सुख रखे मिलांगे जरूर वे होर सोने मुँह लगे रब सुख रखे मिलांगे जरूर वे होर सोने
Amen.